Hello everybody, how you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful time zone. I really do. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I think it was my tone, the way I said it, that kind of made me feel kind of like eh. But either way, so today I am actually recording multiple videos today because we do have certain days off from streaming. What you stream? Yes, I actually do. I am on Twitch as well. I am uploading videos to YouTube as well. And if you would like to head on over and drop a follow over on Twitch, I stream every single day besides Sundays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. I stream mainly horror games and basically anything horror. Try to keep up with everything like that. Doesn't always mean that's what we're streaming. Sometimes we have days where we have reaction video days and everything, but wanted to bring in a little bit of it over to YouTube. My name on there is Slashly TV, I should say. You can call me Slashly, you can call me Ash, but the only thing I do hope that you do not call me is Ashley. I always feel like I'm in trouble when I get called Ashley. And it's just... But either way, so today we are actually going to watch some disturbing things caught on doorbell camera footage. So if you would like to stick around for that, I would greatly appreciate it. Be sure, if you would like to get notified of me uploading here on YouTube, there is a little bell that you could click that notifies you for when I do upload, as well as if you could give this video a wonderful like. And also subscribe. Subscribing on YouTube is absolutely free. It's the same as following. And comment if you'd like to. If there's anything to comment on, about or on, feel free to. And yeah, without further ado, let's check out these videos. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to let you know that some of the footage that you may be seeing in this video can be disturbing for some, so viewer discretion is advised.
This clip was captured at 5 in the morning on October 2nd, 2022. In it, 3 men are shown standing in front of this house's front door. They're carrying weapons and wearing masks resembling the ones from the movie The Purge.
Oh my god.
One of them sees the doorbell camera and immediately puts his hand over it. For a good portion of the video, all you can see is his glove. But for a second, he uncovers the camera, revealing all 3 men up close. They're seen leaned up against the wall and crouching low to the ground, clearly trying to stay out of the view of anyone inside. That's when the homeowner finally wakes up to all the motion-detected notifications on his phone. He pulls up the app, but all he sees is a glove covering the camera. Having not yet seen the earlier footage, he goes on the speaker and tries to identify who's on his front porch.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
That's freaky.
Hello?
The men do not respond, so the homeowner called the police. By the time the police arrived, though, the men were gone. Many believe they were trying to lure the homeowner into opening the door so they could rob him. But why then not try to convince him to come to the door when he came on the doorbell speaker? It's more likely they were trying to pick the lock while the camera was being covered. What they then planned to do when they got inside is anyone's best guess.
That's freaky, dude. That is really, really freaky. I mean, I think I've only seen... It might have been the second Purge movie. Or it might have been the first one. But still, nonetheless, I mean, somebody comes to your house and everything like that and is trying to rob you. Any which way you look at it, I mean, it's a very scary and disturbing thing. But goddamn. That, I mean... Doorbell cameras and everything, I feel like, are such... a life changer in the whole aspect of obviously safety. So if you can get one or afford one or anything, I highly recommend doing so. Just because it could definitely, I mean, it could help in these sort of situations too, you know, and instead of having to go downstairs and go to the door to see who's there, you can now just see it through your phone. But goddamn, that's, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
This woman had just gotten back from walking her dog.
Aw,
Her
dog.
doorbell camera shows her starting to take off the dog's leash when she looks over to the right, causing her to quickly pick up her dog and get inside. Immediately, we find out why. A man comes into frame and walks right up to the front door. He tries the handle,
is he gonna...
but she managed to lock it just in time. The man then starts putting on gloves. And
I'm telling you right now, if you live by yourself and you go outside for a walk or anything like that, and you know, you could be in the safest area, you could be in anywhere you are, but especially at nighttime. Now this is during the day, so that makes it like that's even crazier. But these sort of things do happen during the day. But please be mindful of your surroundings, because this happens more often than not. And lock the door right behind you as soon as you get inside. It doesn't matter. Like I said, if you feel like you are in the safest area or neighborhood or anything like that, and you are, you know, you're used to having your doors unlocked or anything like that, by all means, please lock your doors, okay? Just listen to me, please. Please do that. The safety and everything like that, like in this certain scenario and everything, she's just getting home from walking her dog. And somebody literally just comes into view. You don't know how long they were probably following her, too. Let's see.
And she also mentioned how he was carrying zip ties.
Oh, my goodness.
He looks into the house and tries the door handle multiple more times within the next few minutes. Eventually, her neighbor comes outside. To this, the man picks up a nearby garden hose and acts like he's doing yard work.
Oh, my gosh.
Once the neighbor left, the man walks around to the house's back door.
Camera recording.
Bro. That is crazy.
He tried forcing the back door open, to which the homeowner locked herself in a room and called the police.
Good. Good,
By the
good,
time it
good.
took them to arrive, the man tried breaking in almost every window to the house. He broke off the screen to one of the back
Let's go,
windows,
cops. Like,
but was
maybe get
ultimately
there.
unsuccessful
Thank
at
you.
getting inside. By the time police arrived, he had left.
Of course.
There wasn't much the police could do by that point. The homeowner ended up posting the video to TikTok in the hopes that someone could identify the man.
Not much that you could do in that point. The guy is literally on foot. What do you mean there's not much? And you could probably see on the video which direction he went in. Oh my God. It's not like the cops come to your house on foot, so they're in their cars and everything. You can't drive. I'm sorry. This like sort of shit makes me so aggravated and so mad, and I'm sure I'm gonna get like shit for like stating this. But you got video footage of this guy. You probably have the direction again that he went in. It's just like there's so much stuff that I feel like I could say, but it will obviously keep that for a different time. But just goddamn, I'm glad that she's like absolutely fine. Like I'm glad she's okay and everything. But this, having to go through this and everything, and you know, almost something happening to you is so fucking traumatic. It's scary. It's really, really scary.
As far as I could find, no one could.
That's so scary.
10-year-old Graydon Dowland is a kid from Riverton, Utah. It was around 6 p.m. on a night in December. He was alone walking home from basketball practice this night. At some point during his walk, he noticed a four-door sedan driven by two men slowly lurking around behind him. Graydon said he started walking faster when he saw it. Then the car drove up right next to him. The men inside rolled down their windows and told Graydon they had candy in the back seat.
Are you
trying to
fucking
entice
kidding
him
me?
inside. This happened only blocks away from his house. He ignored the men and only started to walk even faster away from them. A few seconds pass, and he makes it to his house's front porch. His family's house had a doorbell camera, and as Graydon approached, you're actually able to see the car in the background. He continues to look over at it as he walks up to the front door. He tries the front door handle, but realizes it was locked. At the exact same time, the car's reverse lights turn on and it starts heading towards him.
Oh my gosh.
Graydon yells out and quickly
Oh
grabs
my
nearby rocks to
gosh.
defend himself. He then runs to his next door neighbor's house. Their door was unlocked, so he let himself in and immediately locked it behind him.
Why doesn't he have a house
The car
key?
can then be seen turning around and following him. For the next several minutes, the car lurks around the area, waiting for Graydon to come back outside.
If he has practice and
Police
everything,
recall
why
that
doesn't he
a
have a
report was
house
made.
key? Or his
Graydon
parents should
described
know
the
that
man
he's
as
coming
being
in
the
at or
30s
coming
or
home at that
40s with
time.
no facial hair. Both Graydon's family and the police have almost no doubt in believing the men were trying to kidnap him that night.
You think? What the fuck, man?
This clip shows a mother and her kids quickly packing their belongings in response to an evacuation notice. It happened in Canyon County, California, around the time a wildfire was raging across the area.
Oh my gosh.
In the back of the footage, you can see it. Fire and smoke loom over the neighborhood and the hills behind. They pack as fast as they can, but they don't know how much time they have. Eventually, a man runs across the street, warning the family that the fire was coming up.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting the chills. Oh. Oh my gosh.
They finally leave the neighborhood, evacuating to safety at a nearby hotel. A few days later, the fire around the home died down, and they were able to...
I mean, I have friends and everything like that in California, and the stories that I hear, I mean, I'm over here in Indiana, and so we don't have like wildfires or anything like that, and just the stories that you hear, it's so sad. Like, not only for these families, but you also think about like just, I mean, the animals. I love animals. Okay, so don't think that I'm like putting people off like or anything like that to where I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. But like the animals that literally have no idea what to do and their homes are being destroyed, and just they're so frightened. Obviously, in these circumstances, so are the people. But it's just like I have seen so many things, and I've also seen videos of like people that will even leave like their animals and stuff like that, and I will never understand that whatsoever. But this is so scary.
to return and survey the damage. Somehow, their house remained untouched, although the same can't be said for others in the neighborhood.
Gosh,
Multiple nearby homes were completely destroyed by the
that's
fire.
so scary. Especially
This
because
video was uploaded
there's a certain like time and everything like that you like you can't even mess with a fire. Like if there's a fire happening or anything along those lines, you literally like you can't try and just extinguish it until it gets to a certain point. So it's like, you know, you probably hear so many people that are like, why aren't they putting it out? Like, if it's a wildfire, and especially if you have wind and everything like that and dryness, it's just gonna spread. There's no stopping it. Like,
The TikTok in order to warn others to be aware of their surroundings. In the video, the uploader, who was a mother named JoJo, and her son Daniel are returning home late at night. They open the front door and go inside. Once they close the door behind them, a man can be
Oh my
seen in
God.
the frame, walking up to the house. He immediately tries opening the door.
this is what I'm talking about.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that?
I always feel like night
JoJo
vision
and
always
Daniel
makes
engage in
things
an
like
argument,
even more.
with JoJo telling him to go
scarier.
shower while he says he's too tired. Yet this doesn't drown out the clear sound of someone grabbing the front door handle only seconds after JoJo had locked it. She looks outside and sees this man. She yells out for him to leave. The man takes one step back, but stays in front of the camera. He doesn't respond, rather just stands there with a blank expression.
Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Look.
It's not known where the man came from. It's hard to see with the door blocking the view. Some think he had been following the two all the way back home, while others believe he was camped out next to the home, specifically waiting for them to return. Either way, what he had planned to do if that door was unlocked is unclear. Jojo called the police, but the man was gone by the time they arrived, so it's likely we'll never be able to know for sure. In June of 2021, a woman posted a set of Ring camera videos to the internet. She explained how her mother had recently installed 2 Ring cameras around their house. On one of the first few nights of having the cameras, her phone would get spammed with motion-detected notifications. She reviewed them, and this is what she saw. Some man was walking around the outside of the house. Though, something she picked up on almost right away was how easily he was doing it, like as if he already knew the exact layout of the outside of the house.
Oh my goodness.
She worried this wasn't his first time. He would walk around looking in different windows, which included hers. Seeing this, she called the cops and reported it. They later showed up,
Were they?
but by that time the guy was gone. There wasn't much they could do.
Of course.
They basically just told her to keep her
Sorry,
blinds,
I'm getting
curtains, and windows
like
closed at
I.
all times. She rightfully worried he might show up again, so she set up a trap of sorts outside her window.
Dang.
She strung a piece of rope between 2 trees, hoping the man wouldn't see it and would trip over it, making a lot of noise, alerting her of his presence. Disturbingly, exactly a week later at 2 a.m., she would hear someone trip over the rope. Immediately, she pulled out her phone and opened the live camera feed. Standing directly outside of her window looking in was the same man from before.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and he does it so like. He just like so in the open. Like, yeah, it's 2 a.m., but still like.
After she saw this footage, she went up to her mother's room and told her about the man. The two of them went back to the window, opened the curtains, and started banging on the glass to scare the man off. They called the police, but
Goodness,
once again,
you have,
when
like,
they arrived, the man was gone.
The notifications.
The woman and her mother ended up moving to a new house. They never heard anything more from police, leaving them to believe that he was never caught. This doorbell footage shows the sudden explosion of a home in Arlington, Texas. It was 2 a.m. on January 1st, 2022, when a few houses down, the giant explosion goes off.
Oh my gosh.
The explosion was reported to have been caused by a gas appliance that wasn't fully shut off.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, no one was in the home when it happened. In fact, there were no injuries resulting from the incident. However, the damage was extensive. Not only did the house suffer major structural damage, but flying debris hit nearby buildings as well. Residents in the apartments across the street reported blown out windows from the explosion.
Holy shit.
Parked vehicles also were damaged. The authorities received multiple calls immediately after the explosion went off.
Scary as shit. Can you imagine?
This video was uploaded to TikTok in
That's
September.
one thing I will say. I know that was a house, but living in an apartment and everything like that, it really does like sometimes cause me like anxiety, just because you're not only dealing with yourself living here, but you're dealing with other people as well. And, you know, you take care of things how you take care of things, but sometimes, you know, other people aren't thinking that way. And some people, yeah, accidents happen and everything, but still, it just, I don't know. If you're like that too, let me know. Do you get like uneasy living in an apartment or anything like that just because of how other people are with their things and taking care of stuff? And I mean, this that scenario was from a gas leak and everything, and I just, yep, I couldn't. That's just insane. It's really really scary.
Of 2022. The uploader said it was about 3 a.m. when his doorbell camera captured a man walking across the street. He walks directly towards the house's front porch and eventually right up to the camera, at which point you can see the man is wearing some kind of mask with a drawn-on mustache.
Just tap on the camera.
The homeowner eventually woke up from all the notifications on his phone. He sees the man looking inside through his windows and trying to open his door. To this, he immediately threw on some clothes and went outside to confront the man.
He's got a golf club.
When he didn't find him, he opted to call the police and send in a report.
You're telling me somebody comes to your house trying to break in and everything. You go outside with a fucking golf club, not even staying in your house, like at the door and checking to see, but you literally walk outside with a fucking golf club. You don't know what that person has. Like, I understand, like, defending your home and everything like that and, you know, people inside, but goddamn, to go out there, like, without any sort of knowledge of what this person might have is just, I don't know. It's, to me, it's stupidity, but hey, by all means. Whoops.
Report. Likely nothing came of this. The uploader never gave an update, but considering the man was wearing a mask, he probably won't ever be identified.
All right, let's do one more. Is that the same guy from earlier? When that woman was walking home? And she was with her kid. I'll have to bring it up and everything, but we'll definitely go back.
This first doorbell camera footage was taken in broad daylight. A man in at least his 20s is seen selling candy door to door. The homeowner with the camera would open the door for the man. She would then proceed to make a purchase, with the actual transaction itself being shown. But shortly after, 3 more men revealed themselves. They were armed and took advantage of the open door by robbing the woman in her own home.
Oh my gosh.
The whole operation was a setup,
Oh
with the man
my
selling the
goodness.
candy being in on it. From the start, the intention was to gain the homeowner's trust to get her to
What
open her
a
front
piece
door
of
so that they could rob
fucking
her at
shit.
gunpoint. The men swiped some of her belongings and later rushed off. A few minutes before this footage was taken,
I hope
a
she
nearby
was
house's
okay.
doorbell camera would capture the same man, again seemingly attempting to sell candy. Although, being suspicious, this homeowner wouldn't open the door. Directly after this encounter, the man is shown going up to the house across the street to make another attempt. But this homeowner would also not open the door. The men involved were never caught by police. This footage was captured on the night of March 7th, 2019.
Is that
Shown
gasoline?
is a man stepping on a house's front porch and emptying an entire yellow fuel container just in front of the door. The man then attempts to light the fuel using a small
Oh
lighter.
my gosh. I don't mean to laugh because this is a serious like moment and everything like that. But the fact that it's not lighting, good, good. And I'm glad that people caught it as well on camera. But oh my fucking Lord. What a piece of shit. Is it not gonna light?
After failing to catch the fuel on fire, the man gives up and just walks away. As it turns out, he had mistakenly used diesel fuel rather than regular gasoline. And while gasoline is extremely flammable, diesel fuel is much less so.
Really?
Had the man used gasoline, and
Something
he would
we
have no doubt started
learned.
the house, along with himself, on fire. In the house at the time was a mother and her 2 children.
Oh my
When
God.
the mother saw the footage, she would call the police, who would later identify and arrest the man in his house just across the street.
They
The woman
did?
claimed she didn't know the man, and had no idea that he would want to harm her and her family. When questioned why he did it, the man claimed he had seen a ghost and was trying to get rid of it, suggesting he was most likely under the influence of something. He was later
no.
charged with attempted homicide and arson.
Oh no. Okay. Okay.
On February 2, 2022, a contractor in Houston was working at a townhome. At around 6 p.m., the contractor claimed an unknown man that was armed and wearing a mask suddenly appeared inside the townhome with him. The unknown man proceeded to force the contractor into a bathroom, where he then tied him up by bounding his feet and hands. Afterwards, he rummaged through the townhome for over an hour, all the while listening to a police scanner to verify the police weren't on their way.
Holy
And
shit.
this footage captured exactly that. After taking multiple items belonging to the homeowners, who were out of town at the time, the man found the contractor's keys and drove off with his truck that now contained everything that he had stolen. The man was never found by police. However, the stolen truck was. It was found 2 days later, unoccupied in a nearby restaurant parking lot. But ever since, nothing else has been found.
Holy shit. Can you imagine? I mean, granted, anytime a certain scenario like this was happening, but imagine you're working on somebody's house. It's not even your house, and somebody comes and robs the place, not only of their stuff, but also yours. That, like, would you still keep that job? Would you still do that? Or would you be like, fuck this, I'm finding a different job? God damn.
This doorbell footage was recorded in the early morning hours of July 26, 2019. While it's not visible in the footage itself, the house just next to the one with the camera had been completely set on fire. And because of how close the houses were, this made the house with the camera at risk of also being set on fire.
Oh shit.
Shown in the video are some of the other neighbors desperately trying to warn the homeowners of the threat.
That makes my, like, when neighbors and people like that, like, of course, like, you would think, you know, people are gonna notify your neighbors and everything like that, but not always. But, and honestly, when people come together, like, and protect one another, even if you don't know your neighbors or anything, it really makes me happy. I know, like, it's one of these scenarios that obviously you don't want to have to come to this, but I'm just glad that, you know, other neighbors thought of telling other people too. My goodness. Somebody rode their bike. What would you do? Okay, if somebody, you knew that they were home but they weren't answering the door or anything like that, would you break a window to get in there? I feel like if it were me, I think I would. Just listen to me. In a scenario like this, I feel like if I didn't know who they were and I didn't have their number or anything like that and shit was about to go down, then yeah, I would definitely be like, hey, Desperate times, let's go. Like, we're kicking in this door. I mean, it's actually a lot harder to kick in a door. Not saying that I've tried to. It'd be fun to. But it's actually a lot harder to kick in a door than you may think. Or maybe you have. Have you?
The house next door to you is on fire. Your house is almost on fire.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Fortunately, the loud banging was enough to alert the homeowners to the
Give me the
situation.
chills.
From there, they would get all the children out of the house as quick as possible. They were then brought to one of the neighbors' houses across the street, far enough away from the fire. But other than some damage to the trees and part of the garage, the house with the doorbell camera was ultimately left untouched.
That's messed up.
This footage captured an unknown man walking up to the front door of this house. Right away, he leans against the door and tries to open it. He doesn't even knock, but the doorbell camera alerts the homeowner of motion being detected.
Oh, I thought that was a
so
knife
the
in
homeowner
his
still
hand.
gets up to see who it is. Before asking any questions, the homeowner opens the door to see what the man wants. Then, without any hesitation, the man steps inside the house. Naturally, the homeowner saw this as a red flag, and shortly after tells the man he needs to leave. But he didn't listen, forcing the homeowner to have to physically push him out of the house.
And then he's trying to get back in. Is he trying to get back in? Oh, this was... Okay.
Hello. Hi. How far are you? Who are you? Aaron Reyna. How are you? Good. You need to leave. How far? Out there. What's the stairs are? What? What's the stairs are? Come on.
Okay, he clearly sounds like he's intoxicated or under the influence of something, but still, nonetheless, even if somebody doesn't pose a threat or anything like that, like to where they have a weapon or some sort, again, it seems like maybe they are beyond drunk or anything, and they obviously have stumbled across the wrong house, but it still does not make it right, nor would I allow this as well. If somebody came into my house, and especially if I have, loved ones or, even just myself here, I 100%, one, I wouldn't open the door for them. And two, if I did open the door and they came inside like that, I'd be reacting the same exact way, pushing them out of my house, first telling them they need to leave. If they don't listen, then yep, bye-bye.
Goodbye, you.
I take back what I said. Oh my god! Holy
As the door's being
shit!
closed on him, the man forcefully punches the glass on the door.
Again, I don't mean to laugh,
Fortunately,
but
the homeowner was still able
goddamn,
to
bro.
close and lock in. The man then continues
Why is
to
my
stand
tab-
at the door,
why
trying
is
the
this
door
up?
handle before the video ends.
Hold on. Here we go.
What this man had actually planned is unknown.
Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that.
This video was taken on the night of August 10th, 2021. A woman is seen returning home from work. She unlocks her door and walks in. But before she can close it again, a man that was armed enters her home just behind her.
Oh my gosh.
Shortly after, another man can be seen. The two would demand the keys to the woman's car, and after she gave it to them, they would run back outside to where her car was parked, where they would then drive off with it.
Oh, thank goodness she was okay. So what I'm telling you, make sure of your surroundings. Holy shit.
Police were immediately called, and only a couple hours later, they would find the stolen vehicle at a stoplight. They attempted a traffic stop, but the vehicle fled. The high rate of speed and rainy conditions that night made following it almost impossible, so police had to give up. The vehicle is yet to be found, but the two involved in the theft would be found only 2 days later.
Oh, good.
The one that confronted the woman was charged with home invasion, armed robbery, and motor vehicle theft. This happened in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the middle of the night, and this was captured
Again,
on
I'm
one
gonna bring him
homeowner's
up.
doorbell camera.
I'm gonna bring him up again.
A man armed with an actual sword, a
Oh.
hammer, and an axe walks up to the front porch. He then proceeds to steal multiple items.
I have seen many, many things that people attempt to use, like, as a home invasion or anything like that. This is the first fucking time that I've ever seen somebody literally have a sword. Like, the hammer and everything like that, like, that to me, I'm like, okay, I understand that. But a fucking sword? Have you ever held a sword? Those things are heavy. But either way, this is the very first time I've ever seen somebody with a sword like this.
Outside of the house.
What the fuck?
At one point, a car
Did he
drives
pick up
by,
a plant?
but the man completely ignores it. After a while, he walks off with his bag filled with stolen items, the sword still being held under his arm.
Did he just take stuff from the front?
While at work, a man in Florida would receive a message on his phone saying someone rang his doorbell. When he checked the live feed, this is what he saw. A man wearing a hat, sunglasses, and bandana is standing at the front door. And disturbingly, he's holding a handgun in clear view of the camera. The doorbell's audio system would ask the man to leave a message for the homeowner, and he does. He claims he lost his dog and wants to look in the homeowner's backyard for it.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, just wondered if you guys saw a lost puppy. He's a pit bull. Blue nose. I believe he came in your yard, but I don't want to look without your permission.
Did he write that down?
Hey, you at the wrong house, dog.
Alright.
After the homeowner came on the speaker and confronted the man, he quickly left with no questions asked.
What?
As it turns out, this wasn't the only house he did this to. Police would state that they had gotten multiple calls with the same description of the man and the exact same story. The man was most likely trying to get homeowners to open their door, where he could then threaten them with his gun, and from there do who knows what. In this specific case, he most likely didn't realize the doorbell camera could see his firearm from where he was standing, which explains why he would be holding it out in the open by his side. Police weren't able to identify the man because of everything he had covering his face. Therefore, he has yet to be caught.
Wow. So, what do you think? Do we like the... I mean, I might actually see what else is going on as far as it goes with, like, these ring lights, because there's a lot of stuff that are on here for ring lights. I mean, how many people do you know that have one of them for your front door? I want to say you can have one maybe at your apartment. I don't see why not. It's a possibility. That might actually be something that, like, I feel like should automatically come with, like, your apartment door. But anyway, so yes, I do appreciate, once again, all of you for being here. Thank you so much for spending the time. What'd you think? Is there, like, any sort of, do you have stories that you've actually captured stuff on your Ring camera, or somebody that you know had captured something? For me, for instance, I mean, I personally haven't had, like, you know, something caught on camera or anything like that, but I have had moments where I wish I did have some sort of recording or anything going on. If you ever would like story time, I'm more than willing to give that. I just feel like I don't want to make this too long of a video to where you're just sitting there like, oh, okay, we get it. Yeah, it's scary. It's so scary. But yeah, that either way, I do appreciate you all being here. Of course, once again, thank you so much. It really, really means a lot to me. Please be safe out there. Obviously, we have seen that, you know, things can happen and all that stuff, which is very, very scary. So please, by all means, make sure you are aware of your surroundings wherever you go. And this can happen to everybody. So please, again, be safe. And again, if you would like to be notified when I do upload on YouTube, don't forget to hit that wonderful bell that you see there. And also, if you'd like to like, comment, let me know about your stories as well. Go right ahead and do so. And also, once again, I may or may not, well, I do, but I do stream on Twitch. If you would like to come on over and, I don't know what I was saying there. If you would like to come on over and check us out over there and come say hi. I stream every day besides Sundays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., yes, Central Time. And yeah. It is Slashly TV, as I have said before. Maybe we'll do like a, oh, Slashly TV. Like, you know, how people do this and then it comes up. Slashly TV. Yeah, so if you would like to come on over and come check us out and hang out with the Horror Haven, you're more than welcome to. And I think that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful time zone. I really do. Whatever time it is by you, I hope it's an amazing one. Okay? I will see you all a little bit later and have a good one. Bye. Anyway,